Welcome back, my friends. Today I'm going to show you how to create some spontaneous artwork, no reference required. I am working in my sketchbook and I'm going to do a little painting and then come back with some line work. And I think I'm just going to do some potted plants. Let's start off making the pots. Make another one. And I think one more. Let's see. Oh, I'm just going to pull up some of this. A lot of water here. We'll drop in a little bit more color. This is Lunar Blue. Not too straight, is it? It's right. It does not matter. I saw Diane Anton of Diane Anton Studios here on YouTube do these, and I thought that was just adorable. I had to give it a try. So let's see, our last pot. Perhaps this one will be maybe let's make it this one right here. And I love these because you did not have to have a specific plant in mind. It was just based on having fun, making some marks with your paint, and then coming back and following that up with some line work to give the paintings a little bit more definition. So next we're going to throw in, let's work on just using this green that was already here on my palette. And maybe I'll throw in a little more sap green into that. There we go. And we'll just make some greenery. I have no idea what kind of plant this is. I'm just going to see what happens. Okay, and next, let's warm that up a little bit. Look like some floppy leaves, don't they? a little bit of this darker green in here and just see what it does. Let this kind of mix on the paper. How about that? Okay, our last one, I think, I'm going to switch up here and just grab my round. Got a lot of paint there, just kind of moving it around. I'll pull some of that up. Just cleaning out my brush. Dry that off. And suck some of that up. Okay. So I have my little plants, and I think we need some flowers now. All right, so starting with, this is some Pyro Red. A lot of moisture in that brush. Just gonna pull some of that out. And I don't have to have a plan for what these flowers are or what these plants, this plant may only exist in this painting, and that's okay. Did not want to pull the red. I touched it. I didn't want to touch it. Just taking a clean brush, just going back in and picking that up. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. This one I was thinking orchid. And I think, let's try to activate that. And again, I don't have to be specific. These do not have to be photorealistic. There we go. And here, of course, I was thinking a cactus and maybe a little cactus has a tiny little blossom on it. Okay, so now you have to let them dry. once these are dry, we can come back in and we'll use a pen and we will put some marks on them. So we're going to pause. I will get this dry and we'll be right back. Okay, so one of the things that Diane used were some brush markers. And of course, you certainly could use that to come in and say, add a little bit of shadows or even create a design on your containers. Right? There we go. And you can also use them. I'm going to actually just take the fine side of this one and maybe put some marks in my center. Little orchids. So there are my little orchids. Now you can do it with a liner pen too. This is a Funosuke by Tombow, and this is the brush. It's the softer of them. They have two different tips. This one is more flexible. So we just come in and put some shadow back there. And you do not have to line every bit of it. Maybe we work some cross hatching for like shadow on that side of the pot. And this will make a thicker line or a thinner line. So next we're going to go on and do this pot. Okay, get a little shadow in there. I can go thinner on the side that I kind of had the light coming from this side. And go thinner on that side, thicker on the other. Okay, so there are the pots. So now let's create our plants. I'm going to not worry about being specific with, making sure that my leaves are perfectly defined. And throw some lines in there. So I'm just kind of doing this quickly. And there's a lighter one back there. And this one I'm going to make go behind the flower. Right. And then for our flowers, I'm just going to really quick shapes. Now, for my orchids, I kind of have these leaves pointed, and orchid leaves are actually more round. So I'm going to go ahead and round it off. And they would have lines on them. And again, right, I'm going to go like this. And this one kind of goes and it folds behind. So we're looking at the underside, and maybe that is in shadow. Do a little cross hatching on there because that's a shaded side. Follow along the stalk that comes up, leading to our flowers. Again, I don't have to go the whole way, just doing part of this one. I'm going to get this last leaf here that's coming up. And maybe that comes down that way. And follow that around. My hands are really shaky today. There we go. So there's our orchid. Now for our little cactus. I'm excited about him. I'm going to just go real quick over these. With this, I'm just gonna, right, it's just some quick outlining right there. And then let's give them all the little prickly, right? They would kind of be in rows. We're gonna first just kind of give them around its little edge and then come in. Okay, and those are looking straight on, so just dots. And I'm just barely making contact with my paper here. There we go. So there you have 3 really quick, easy, fun designs. I didn't need a reference photo. I just had to throw down some watercolor and then have some fun and let my imagination go. I hope you enjoyed those. Thank you so much to Diane Anton for the inspiration. Again, I will try to find that video and link it below for you. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you give this a try. Drop me a comment and let me know if you do and what you think. So you don't even have to have a plant in mind, just like this one. It was just marks. Is there a plant that looks like this? I don't know. There might be, but I had no idea. When I started to do these, orchid was what came to mind with the shapes of those leaves, so I just went with it. And I knew I wanted to try a cactus one because how much fun are those? So please drop a comment. YouTube is definitely rewarding for interaction, and let me know what you thought. And if you're going to try it, give it a go. Until next time, my friends, keep creating. I'll see you in a video real soon.